All right, aren't y'all excited? Russia test review. What two continents would you find Russia? Europe and Asia. There you go. Europe and Asia. Okay. Europe and Asia. Most of the people in Russia live in Europe because Asia, Russia is so, icky. All right, the border between Europe, Russia, and Asian Russia would be the what mountains? They're called the Ural Mountains, the capital URAL Mountains. Russia has lots of coastlines, but has difficulty trading because of what? Mainly because of weather. You can just put weather. Because it is extremely cold. If you look up here, the resources are hard to access. Much of the region's resources are in remote, hard to reach locations. And if you look at the map of Russia, when we're talking about their geography, if you look up here, the Arctic Ocean is, pretty much a frozen type ocean up here. Very difficult to get goods around here. You have a very short window when you can sail into these areas. Very dangerous. You remember the Titanic hit an iceberg and sunk and all that good stuff. So cold weather is one of the main reasons they struggle to trade. They don't have a real good warm water port. This Black Sea trade, and it's kind of small on there, but they have to control other areas for this sort of trade, like the Ukraine, parts of Kazakhstan. It asks you next, what is the capital of Russia? Well, I know it's on there somewhere. Where you see the major cities, Moscow is the capital of Russia. Moscow. All right, and here, this is good because it has the answers. So, thick subsurface layer of soil that stays frozen throughout the year, making it difficult to grow vegetation, is called permafrost. St. Petersburg was founded by Tsar Peter, or you could say Peter the Great. Peter the Great. It asks you here what happened to the Ural Sea. Well, if you look, the notes have it a little bit better, the Aral Sea. If I can find it. Well, here it is right here. Um, Efforts to irrigate land in Central Asia led to the shrinkage of the Aral Sea. That explains a little bit better. So during this time, uh, people tried to irrigate the Aral Sea, meaning they tried to take water out of it and move it somewhere for crops or something like that, drinking water. And if you look at the map up here, this is a satellite image of what the Aral Sea used to look like on the left, and then and that's in 1989. And then 2014, if you look at it on the right, it's practically dry. So they've kind of ruined that with, I guess what you would say uh, trying to over irrigate this area. All right. Where will you find most of Russia's natural gas? Coal and oil. You find this in Siberia. And I've actually got that on there twice, so 11 is the exact same answer. The longest river in Russia is the Volga. Yeah. All right, so you caught up with everything. So if you want to, have you caught up with everything in all your classes? I would find something in another class to try, you know, this catch up week. We're just trying to catch up on stuff so I can get y'all a decent grade. If you want to cross Russia by railway, what is the name of the famous railway that it will take you across Russia? It is the Trans-Siberian Railway. The Trans-Siberian Railway. Russian term for the vast subarctic forest, mostly evergreens that cover uh, much of Russia and Siberia. So the forest area is called the taiga. 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 The extremely cold area of eastern Russia is called the tundra, not what they have there. It's the frozen tundra. The wide grassy plains of Eurasia are called the steppe. The conflict between the United States and Soviet Union is the Cold War. Remember, the Cold War was basically not like a war where we actually fought each other. It was basically on ideology, democracy versus communism. We tried to stop the spread of communism. We fought in wars like Vietnam and other wars to prevent the spread of communism. But technically, the Cold War is more a war of ideology. Number 17, Russia is the largest country in the world. That is true. True. Okay. All right, so you just finished that, right? Which number? Eight is where we said that due to I'm going to put it up on here. Efforts to irrigate land in Central Asia for cotton production led to the shrinkage of the Aral Sea. So you can just put shrinkage, it shrank. On the test, it's going to ask you that, what happened to it. So. All right, so look up here. Here is your test code for this one. All right, so what I want you to do is, I want you to go ahead and look over those answers that you just put in, and then I want you to take the test. Are you good? All right.